PR of Flockers. Can you tell us about the game?
Yeah, sure. So Flockers is our brand new IP. We globally unveiled it here at Rezzed yesterday. It's going down really well so far. So it's kind of like classic inspired Lemmings gameplay, but it's really dark and sinister and twisted. So it's based in the weapons factory from Worms, and the sheep are trying to escape. So there's really kind of like little subtle references in there, and you've just got to guide them through the levels while saving as many as possible, but you're probably guaranteed to lose a few on the way.
Yeah, when I first played it, I thought, oh, this is all right, and then this massive thing came down and killed them all. I was like, oh.
It gets people every time. It still gets me, and I've seen it a million times happening.
I mean, it's a great twist. I've seen like a few Worms references in there, like the super sheep, and I was like, that's all right. And I've seen a big worm going around. Is that your worm? Or
It is our worm.
does it have a name?
It's Boggy Bee.
Right, I'll go say hello to it later.
Definitely.
Is this on Steam already, or?
Not at the minute. We're going to launch into early access very soon in Q2. So we're really kind of looking forward to getting it out there to the community and seeing what they think of it, with it being a brand new IP from us, and how they kind of take that and what suggestions and feedback we get from them.
Have you got a price range, or is it?
Nothing's confirmed at the minute, no.
Is there anything added? Any more like different styles of sheep? Any?
Those are kind of the ones that we've got out there at the minute, but obviously if anyone comes up with some cool feedback when it's in early access, it's the prime time to add stuff like that. There's going to be a level editor in the main game as well, so people can make their own levels and share them with the Steam workshops. That's going to be really cool.
So you're going to get some really sick and vile levels on there.
Yeah, definitely. Most of them what our own guys would make, maybe.
Is there any levels you can do in saving all the sheep, or do you lose sheep?
You can save all the sheep on all 3 of those levels today, so it's a lot of strategic planning and knowing what to do to avoid certain traps.
Because like I had one and it was going off in the other direction. I thought, no, it's gone. Yeah. So looks a great game anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks. Thanks. Hi, I'm Chris, one of the developers of The Escapist. Can you tell us a bit about the game?
Yeah, it's a prison prison escape sim. Sort of have to do the prison routines, craft items, steal items, and basically make a big plan for an escape. That's basically it.
It's the Great Escape game then?
Yeah, in game format.
So is it randomly generated prisons all the time, or is it the same ones per level?
I'd like it to be random generated, but no, it's there's preset prisons, but I'm hoping to get a little editor in there.
Can people be able to make their own prisons and put them on like Steam and stuff?
Yeah, hopefully. It won't be too complex, but yeah, I'm hoping to get prisoner of war camps and all sorts of different types of prisons in there.
And what sort of graphic styles are you going for?
Basic. I'm not really good at art, so.
So is it just you, or have you got a team of people? Ah. I mean, do you have to act like a normal prisoner and not get suspicious?
Yeah, I mean, if you, like during the day, sort of, if you don't follow the routines of the prison, you know, the canteen, the gym, showers, then guards will come after you. But yeah, you have to basically act the role as a prisoner in the daytime. But at night, when sort of the security's a bit less, then you can, you know, start digging or going through vents and stuff.
And how big are the prisons?
They're not too big. It's manageable. I've only got one so far, but you know the others. There'll be different sizes and stuff.
Is this on Steam, or is this just a demo for today? Or
it's been greenlit last year, so it will be on Steam. But yeah, this is a sped up demo for the Rezzed crowd.
It looks alright. I mean, you can see these people playing here, and so you have your own cell then. You do, yeah. People tend to like mucking around on it more than anything, like flushing things down the toilet. Flushing costumes down the toilet and stuff, but that's fine. Is there a story while you're in prison, or? No, there's no story really, it's just a free roam doer. So there's no character, is there a character customization coming up, or is that in the game already? You can level your stats out by working the gym and stuff, and you can't really change it. All you can change on the character at the moment is your name, but yeah, there will be a little bit of customization. But you can't do a lot of customization with little pixels like that. Yeah, I've tried that before. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Not really. You should check out Light though when you're done. That's a good game as well. Okay. Right, thank you very much. I'm probably going to try this game, so thank you. Hi, I'm with Roberta with the game Light. Can you tell us a bit about it?
It's a stealth 2D top-down game. It is very blueprinty, so I don't know if you can see from behind. There's a very blueprinty look. The premise behind the game is that you start with amnesia and you actually have to reconstruct what happened to you. It turns out that you have had surgery, you volunteered to actually take experiments, and it turns out that they used you as a data storage facility, so realistically your brain functioned as a hard drive. Now what happened there is the main mechanics is that you hack into terminals, you gain access to areas, and you're trying, whilst reconstructing what happened to you, to find who is the responsible person. You need to sneak around. There's a lot of cameras, there's a lot of guards that are trying to get you, and there is a lot of focus onto the stealth element of the game.
Is it all about stealth?
You can kill guards, civilians, whoever you want, but realistically what happens there is that you have a countdown, a 2-minute countdown, that after that expires, you're pretty much game over. It's really hard to finish the levels in 2 minutes normally.
And what are the cubes? Because I guess the red are the guards, but
the white ones are actually civilians, because you're actually trying to gain access to an area that is not only guards, so it's civilians as well as actual guards.
And what is this just going on the Steam or?
This one was greenlit, I think, in December, so it's already part of Steam Greenlight, and it's coming out in 2014. So we don't have to go through the whole process of actually having to be greenlit.
Is it ever going to get onto the consoles or?
There's been plans and discussions about it, so I wouldn't exclude it. It's going to come out for PC, Mac, and Linux. Currently, that's been confirmed. But consoles, maybe Vita, maybe Xbox.
Where did you get the inspiration to make the game from?
Me and Danny were big fans of stealth games, and we started thinking, what is a game that we really would like to see and to actually play ourselves. So the inspiration is probably a lot of, there's Introversion that didn't go through with one of their plans, so actually making one of their games, and there is a lot of inspiration from there. There's a lot of background of actually going through Thief and stealth games, and Danny is a hardcore fanatic of AI and how all those stealth games work, and it is really good to actually be able to make this.
Is there a difficulty level, or is it just a set?
We were discussing to make this either an easy mode where you can kill everybody, you don't get penalized, and then you actually get the medium one, which it would be this one, and where you can kill people but you have a timer, and the very stealth one where you actually get killed straight away as soon as you get detected and it's game over. So there is plans, but I can't promise it.
And what about the sound? Because I've not heard it. So is it like music, or is it sounds, or?
Some people compared it to both Tron and Hotline Miami as a sort of soundtrack that we have. Gavin, that I was talking to just before, actually made all the sounds, and it's been really good because it's not as subtle. It's actually quite something that you can dance to whilst you play the game. So it's less makes failure a little bit less frustrating if you're not really good at the game. So
you could dance to it if you got angry,
Yeah, you possibly could.
You wouldn't expect to hear that in a nightclub, though.
I wouldn't know what kind of nightclub would go for that, but probably some geeky one could.
Well, would they play it here on loudspeakers?
Why not?
Yeah. Maybe you should go talk to someone.
Yeah, probably. I probably do.
Is all the levels just blue then, basically? Or?
Yeah, it is all blueprinty. We have different settings. We have an airport setting. You actually have proper airplanes, and I'm pretty happy about that because it was one of the things I really wanted to do. And there's plenty of settings. So far we have made and developed 23 levels thereabouts. Probably we'll add much more, and we'll see how it goes throughout the development. But it is mainly blueprints, the architectural drawings as such.
So is the cube a person, or is that or is the cube the actual character?
We did start with trying to make a proper humanoid character. We tried to make it look a little bit more human, and something like that. It didn't work quite well. We didn't like it. It was not everything is very minimalist in there, and as soon as we put a character, it felt like the whole rest of the arts that we had in there kind of didn't fit that well. So we just went like, okay, we really like the cube. We'd probably stylize it a little bit more and probably make it like a more polished cube. But yeah, I think we're gonna keep it that way.
Does the cube have a personality then?
We might give him one.
Will you learn about it when you start playing the game more?
There's been like the whole intel that you go and collect throughout the levels actually gives away the narrative and the personality of the main character. So realistically, we may add voiceovers that give him a little bit more of a personality, but that has to be seen.
Are you going to do the voice acting for that, or?
Possible. No, I don't think so though. Yeah.
Is he going to be just like? Because I don't know what the sound sounds like. Is he going to have like a full English accent, or is he going to be like bleeps?
I am a big fan of like a bit of a like sort of gritty sort of like. I would kind of dare to say Western voice, like those of like the very manly sort of voices, but not like going to cheesy 80s. It's kind of like a middle way between. I can't say. If I grab someone, like I'll probably grab you one of the people that would be suitable and go like, this is the kind of voice.
Like
this voice, probably. But yeah, mostly I'm probably gonna add like someone that is from Britain, so I'd like to have a British accent. And
just stand outside the studios with a sign saying English voice, anybody?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is a possibility, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, and I think that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. PM's good, isn't it? Like Prime Minister of Work.
Hey, I'm back with Bethany, who is working with the worms again.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what's new about this worms compared to the old worms?
Yeah, sure. What was the last worms game that you played?
The Crazy Golf.
I love Crazy Golf. Okay, cool. So a lot's changed, especially because that was like a side one. Okay, so it's now 3D graphics, but it's in the kind of 2D gameplay that all our fans know and love. We've got loads of brand new weapons in there. We've got a single player campaign which is voiced by a woman called Catherine Parkinson, who plays Jen in the IT crowd, so it's really funny. The local multiplayer for up to 4 players has always been in Worms, and we have clan battles now as well, so you can kind of make a clan with your friends, and then you can get up to the top of the leaderboards together and fight together. And then we have like a level editor in there as well, so people making their own levels. And it's the first one we've done for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. For the Xbox One, we're going to have a smart glass companion app, so you'll be able to check how your clan's doing when you're not at the game itself. And then for the PlayStation 4, we'll have a website where you can go and do the same for that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much Worms, really. There's loads of cool new weapons and just classic Worms fun.
Yeah, they still got any clothing, or just got hats still?
You can clothe them how you want. They can have hats, they can have glasses, moustaches, all of them.
Have you got a favourite worm name that you use, or?
Oh, I'm quite boring. I like calling mine after my dog, so that's probably my favourite worm name.
I heard earlier someone was saying that he doesn't know how you keep upgrading this game to make it even better.
Oh, that's lovely.
I don't know who he was, we were talking to him while we were waiting.
Oh, that's great.
About farting grannies.
There is a farting granny, yeah.
Are they still just... can you change the colours, or are they all just blue and the red and the simple colours?
So your team names are depending on what team you're on. So the blue worms are all on the same team together, and the red ones are all on the same team together. So there's 2 people playing each other at the minute. So if you have a few more, then your team colour will depend on what player you are.
Do they still have the best silly deaths?
Of course. There's lots of ridiculous deaths. Probably the most insulting is the prod.
I remember when I used to play in this, they get like the TNT thing and just blow themselves up.
Yeah, they still do that.
I mean, I don't know, do you know how many Worms games you've released now, or?
A lot.
I mean,
I don't off the top of my head, but a lot.
I think I have the Worms pinball on my Steam.
Oh, great. It's actually a really good pinball table, is that?
Yeah. And is this one, when's this being released, or?
Very soon. I think it's going to be a Q2 release.
Is there no like PC version?
No, there's not. It's a console exclusive.
So, I mean, the last game I saw on the PS3, they made the 3 games. I can't remember which one it was, but they had like the Worms games on there. So, is there any really new additions that you really have to show off?
The clans are really cool. It's really nice to be able to play against your friends and get yourself up on the leaderboards together and kind of have that pride. You can make your own clan emblem, and it's really fun.
Okay. I think that'll do. Thanks.